Alright guys, back with another video. We have this. So this was on sale at Walmart. I snagged one of these for a pretty good price. So I'm going to just do a little review. So if any of you guys actually bought these, plus I know very little about Power Acoustic. I know they're kind of more budget stuff, but it has some pretty interesting stuff here on the box. And if you could pick one of these up, we're going to let you know if they're worth having. So we've got a touchscreen. It's a double din, but it has CarPlay. It also comes with 4 speakers, which appear to have some sort of a carbon fiber look to them. So we're going to look at this and see if it's really worth having. Let's get it open. All right, let's crack this open. I don't actually know what to expect, so I'm just going to go into this thinking that it's a little on the cheaper side, but who knows? I've never had some of their radios. Some people say the radios are no good. Some people say they're great. So right off the top, here's the radio. It's actually kind of thick. Some of them are really tiny, the cheaper ones. So it's kind of welcoming to see it being a little thicker. So let's pull that out of there. The screw holes in the side, pretty good. It's nice and deep. It's not too deep. We got audio input, front and rear output, and a subwoofer. So it does have 3 sets of outputs. And of course it has video inputs, video output, camera inputs. But there's some other stuff too. We have front camera wire, we have the reverse wire, we have the front camera ground wire, and the parking switch. So maybe this will be one of those where you just ground the park wire and you can watch the videos. Let's check out this diagram here. So one thing I noticed is it actually uses the ISO-DIN standard for the power plug. So some cars it may plug right in. It also has the microphone for the Bluetooth. We're going to set this over here for a second. Check out what else is in the box. There's something here. Oh, a remote. A remote. Quite a large remote. No batteries. Oh well, no big deal. So a decent remote. No problem there. Let's check out what else is over here. We have some connectors. This is the ISO-DIN connectors, and there appears to be quite a few wires. Your standard. I might go over them in a little bit. And then also in the package we have very nice, the brackets and the mounting screws. Okay. And they will mount on the side, so this can fit in a multitude of different applications aside from just the ones where they use the dash kit. Very, very nice. All right, let's throw some of this to the side. We'll check out what we really want to look at. Okay, so now we have some screws for the speakers, I presume. And then, aha, there they are, the speakers. Let's pull one of these out. Oh, I noticed this too. That's the faceplate for the stereo. That's pretty cool. Alright, so we got 4 speakers in there. We're just going to look at one for a second. and then we'll check out what else is in the box. So just this one speaker so far. All right, let's crack her open. It says Edge on it. So I guess that's probably the series, Acoustic Edge. And it does have a faceplate. It's kind of plastic. It's weird. It has 3 points instead of 4, and it has 4 screw holes, so it's obviously a little different. And the speaker, that's what I really want to look at. This setup wasn't very cheap, about 150 bucks. So I want to see, you know, how good the speakers are. Because if everything goes in the radio, the speaker can't be that good, right? So it's a 3-way. Has a little foam gasket right there, just like any other 3-way you've seen. It's got the multitude of mounting positions. It says it's a 400 watt 3-way. I highly doubt that, but whatever. We're just going to roll with it. Now, here's the thing. This carbon fiber is not carbon fiber. It's paper. It's paper that's pressed to look like carbon fiber. It actually looks pretty good. I'm not going to lie. It looks like it is paper, but the detail is so fine within the pressing. And then you can see the crossover on the bottom there for the tweeters. And can't see any wiring on this other tweeter, so we're just going to assume it works. We'll check that later. Alright, let's move on to the manual. Alright, manual right here. Okay, what is that? A warranty card. Okay, gotta have that. And here's the spec book. Let's check it out. Troubleshooting guide. Here's some general specs. Forums per channel says 15 amp max. Out to 16 volt. It says it's a 7-inch panel. And it's 1024 by 600 pixels. So it's not absolute crap, but it's also not super great. So we'll see how that looks. Some diagrams, some wiring. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Shows you the things that comes with right there. Should just we should have skipped to that part so we would already know what's in the box, right? Cool. Remote functions, the whole nine. If you buy one, you get you one of these. Check it out. It's always good to have information in the box. Alright, so let's break out the rest of these speakers, set them aside. There's some other stuff in here. We got speaker wires in here. We're going to need those to test. So here's the speaker wires. They're not great, but it does have 2 sets. Alright, pretty neat. Okay, that's the speaker wires. They just got little connectors on them. We'll definitely use those in a minute to test out the speakers. So here's pretty much everything that comes in the box. You got your 4 speakers. You have the head unit. You have the faceplate for the head unit for certain dash kits. You have the brackets and of course the wiring. So why don't we actually hook up the head unit to the power and actually look at that screen and see what that screen is doing for us. Alright, so I have this hooked up to my resistor bank and to the power supply. So we're actually going to do a multitude of tests on this guy. First of which, we're going to look at the screen because I want to see the quality of the screen. We're going to check the button functionality. And we're actually going to test the power output per channel. And we're going to test the pre-voltage and see what the output is on that. So what do you say we go ahead and turn it on? Flip the switch. All right. Ooh, look, come on. Okay, so I have it set up like this, so we can look at the functionality of the screen here. So, for one, I can tell that the detail in the background is really, really good. This is some initial settings page. Let's see, what is this? We have the country, America, language, English. Okay, so the touch functionality is pretty decent. So this is the home screen. I have this kind of washed out right now because of this low light condition. So I'll turn that down so we can see the actual quality of the screen and the colors and the brightness. The first thing I can tell is it's actually fairly bright. So this is the FM page. These are your different presets. Wow, the touch is actually really good compared to some. Okay, let's check out the home page. Okay, we have a really nice looking clock, radio, USB, Bluetooth music. That says phone. I don't know, maybe that's the phone book or something. Oh, it's the Bluetooth settings. So this is probably for talking on the phone instead of the Bluetooth music. So that's pretty cool. Android Auto and CarPlay, that's what we are all here for. Front camera, AV-in, auxiliary in, the SD card, which is right here. So this little guy pops off. That's actually really high quality. There's a rubber bit inside. There's your micro SD card and your USB and your auxiliary, and it's all hidden behind this neat little cover. Wow. It's nice and shiny too. Like the buttons, let's check out the volume. Okay, so the volume knob is pretty smooth. It goes up to 40. So a lot of resolution, nice and clicky. There's a mute button right here. Alright, that works. There's a home button. Oh, I understand now. You have a home button on the touchscreen and you have a home button right here. So you just want to click home, click it. There's the forward and reverse for the settings, the Bluetooth, whatever you have. You could just go next song, restart the song, etc. all right there. So far I'm super impressed with some of these settings. That button, all that button does right there is dim the display. So you're driving on the road, you're tired of the screen, you hit that little button, the screen goes black until you touch it again. Super cool feature. Let's check out some of the settings. So this is the time setting. You can change your wallpaper. Ooh, let's try that metal one right there. And some general settings. This is steering wheel control. So it actually has built-in steering wheel control. A 3-wire steering wheel control is built into it, and you can set all of your buttons so you don't have to buy the extra module in some cases. Okay, so now you have some other stuff. Serial, factory, mic switch, front, rear. Alright, I don't really know what. Oh, so you can change from that microphone to the other microphone. That's really cool. So if you just want to use that one, you don't want to string up the other one, you can just use that one. Actually, it doesn't even come with the rear microphone. It just has one that you can add in as well. Maybe that's for building into the factory of the car. If you have one in the car, you can adapt it or something. Drivers forbidden watch video off. You telling me I don't even have to hook that pink wire up? I can just turn this setting off where the driver can watch the video? That's cool. Oh, we also do have a 7-color RGB light right here. You can change between them. How about red? Red's right. Blue maybe? Cayenne's alright. Now I don't know if the CarPlay is wired or wireless, so let's go ahead and hook up a Bluetooth device. Oh, okay. All I had to do was hit the search button. That's my phone. There we go. Pair. Alright, there we go. Now we are connected to my phone. Let's see if the CarPlay and the Android Auto works. Oh, I can already see some stuff going on right here. Can't use that right now. Bluetooth. Okay. That is indeed my music. So now that we're hooked up, let's go ahead and run some other tests, and then we'll come back and check out the CarPlay and the Android Auto functions. All right, what do you say we run some quick power tests? This is 4 ohms per channel, so this is the amplifier. This is the power the built-in amplifier is going to make, and we'll see where it distorts at and all the above. Let's put it's a little hard to see, but I'll try to get you in on it. Put this on the dyno mode. Alright, so we have dyno power right now, and we have the DD1 to detect our distortion. Okay, so I have a 1 kilohertz tone. Let's try it. Oh, we have 1 kilohertz all the way up there, so it's not too great. And we're maxed out distorting. It distorts at 39. Wow, so it distorts all the way at the top. Alright, looks like we only made about 14 watts per channel. Okay, test the pre-out voltage. I'm going to use my trusty Lumi meter, and I'm going to put it in the oscilloscope function, and I'm going to use the probe from the DD1, and we're going to stuff it right into the back. We're going to try the subwoofer port first, and then we'll try the 4 channels. All right, we'll do a 40 hertz. All right, there's our 40 hertz sine wave right there, and we can see very carefully our voltage. We are at 0.6 volts right now. Let's crank that up. All right, let's change our range. This is such a good oscilloscope. Look how clean that is. All right, so we are maxed out, and we are at 4.68 volts, and we're not even clipping yet. So it's probably a 5 volt pre-out, to be honest, and that's just on the subwoofer. So let's check one of the 4 channels and do the same, because there's another functionality of this that I really want to check out and show you guys. Alright, so we're going to do the same test again for the 4 channels. This is a 1 kilohertz tone. Okay, so it looks at it's 4.4 volts. So it's probably a 4.5 volt or a 5 volt pre-out. So that's actually really, really good. So far this little radio is doing some fun. I'm going to show you this as well. This is the EQ on this thing. Oh my word. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 bands on this EQ. This thing has a lot of bands for the EQ. And look, you can just touch it wherever you want it, and it'll just go to it. Does it slide well? Oh my, look how nicely that slides. So a little trick on some of these TF panels, you can grab the one that you want to adjust and slide over so you can actually see and fine tune. Look how fine tuned that is. You can really fine tune that. Does it work? I have no idea, but looks good. Wow, that's some really good functionality. Alright, so I have all 4 speakers connected, and I have them connected to the radio right here, and we're going to play some royalty-free music, and we're going to play with this EQ and kind of see how that works. And I want to see what the speakers sound like, as well as how well the radio handles it. I just want to see what it sounds like. I don't know what to expect from the speakers. I don't know what to expect from the radio, but we're going to try it. So let's check out some royalty-free music, and we're going to kind of listen to the speaker and look at it and see what it's all about.
Give you a good time. Give you a good time.
So it definitely is a three-way, and the three-way definitely does work. Let's listen a little bit more. So definitely a lot going on with this speaker. It doesn't sound terrible. The little tweeter is a little too harsh for my liking, but it should be plenty loud. There's one thing a lot of people don't understand. With the radio power, it's very low power. That's not always a bad thing. It just means that the speaker has to be able to be loud on less power. So these speakers being cheaper is not exactly a bad thing. They're going to work well with this radio. This EQ, I'm kind of curious about this. We will start a little song over. Looks like we go down to 31 and all the way up to 20,000 hertz, so pretty good. Let's crank the bass up like some people would. Oh, it definitely made the bass more. We'll just take the bass all the way out and try that. Wow, that really gets pretty loud. And it sounds really good too, actually. The way these sounds come out of that speaker from this royalty-free music is just put together pretty well. I'm very impressed with this whole thing. The touchscreen on this thing just works super well. It doesn't have any crazy stuff on it, and the touch and everything just feels smooth. The screen looks really, really good. I've had cheap stereos with the touchscreen, and the touchscreen is just terrible. Terrible. I don't like the beep. Whatever, I can live with it. The little button right here, and for the home, and of course the home button being on the touch. Super, super nice. Let's see if we can skip songs. Oh, we can. For sure. Yeah. So when you're riding, you'll just hit that little button. Next. Next. Super, super nice little radio right here for the money. Okay, so let's see if we can get the Android Auto to work. I have a USB cord right here. I haven't used USB in a very long time, but it might be that we need a wired Android Auto instead of wireless. I know wireless is not supported in a lot of cases, but we will try. Oh boy. Oh look, it just pulls it right up. Okay, so we do have USB Android Auto, so we can just plug this in, and let's just start it. Wow, okay. All right, so we're doing really good. Let's do music. Oh my gosh, look at that. That is perfect. The screen looks so good. It's almost like looking at just like a phone screen. It's not the highest quality, but literally everything you want is right here. You have your maps. Mind you, this is Android. I imagine the other one's the same. Your phone, messages, everything you want on your phone is right here. I use my YouTube Music all the time. So here it is. There's your little home button. Then of course, everything else that you want is right here too. Oh, that's so cool. Look, it shows you what you're playing down here so you can still scroll through your stuff. Mind you, we can do all this while driving, kind of distracting. Oh well, you're going to play on your phone anyways. I don't condone that, but whatever. There's a customized tab down here, so I'm guessing you can turn off the stuff you don't want. I don't want podcasts, reminders. I don't want Samsung Music. I don't want on the phone right here. I don't want smart things right now, the weather, and I can even get rid of the customized tab too if I didn't want that to show up. So let's try that and see if it changes it. Maybe it will next time. I'm not really sure. Let's turn this off. Alright. Turn it back on. This screen looks so good for the money. I cannot believe this whole setup is only $150. The speakers they'll sound perfect if you don't have any. If you want to upgrade, even some cheaper ones. And then the rest of it, okay, look at that. It changed my settings once I restarted it. So all I have is my music, my phone, my messaging. That's it. Oh, and news, I didn't turn that off. Guys, this is truly fantastic. I think this is a banger. This right here. Budget banger. This little combo. Let's get the box. Right here. $150 from Walmart. Comes with 4 speakers, Android Auto, Bluetooth, steering wheel controls built in, the whole works, and the screen is not absolute trash. The screen actually looks fairly decent. Wow, this is actually impressive. Impressive for the money. And the touchscreen, most of your cheap touchscreens don't slide like that. They're not smooth like that. This thing is smooth. And it's responsive. When you touch something, it goes. I can't fathom it. I can't fathom how little this costs for how wonderful this product is. Alright, let's try a home button. Hey, there you go. Right back home. Wow, this is something else. I don't have anything to plug into it for the cameras or whatever, but if I did, I imagine it would just work just fine. So, pretty impressed.